easy to fix if it was just one problem. It just really felt like it was a number of things, and that in some of those early games, it was almost like waiting for something bad to happen.
Let's put panic in our own end. Be calm, be poised. Let's have good puck support. Let's get our team.
Blow these guys up when we can. Push, push!
Let's see. There's zeros on the clock. Stamkos thinks he's tied it.
I'm gonna try. Try my hardest. You suck, dude.
Young kid coming in, you're thinking that he's going to be a little bit humbled and scared of getting to know everyone or being himself, but swagger. I like the word swagger when I talk about Steve. I think it's something that we need more of.
Look at goal, baby. You like that. You like that.
If you're looking for a good laugh or, you know, someone to give you some comedy, definitely either Moose or Bogo.
Hey. He's got a great personality. We like to laugh and have fun together, so I think it's important to have those bonds, you know, within the team.
Oh! Nice, very well.
So young at heart. I mean, I think it's pretty cool to see someone like that. You know, still have so much fun out there and makes coming to the rink even more fun.
I'm much older than him, but this career goes by so fast, so I feel like I was just in his shoes. It was a long time ago on paper, but it doesn't feel like that long. It goes by very fast.
Great work, man.
Couldn't thank him enough for, you know, kind of taking me under his wing a little bit, and he doesn't treat me as if I'm, you know, younger, you know, wants me to be a part of the guys, and he's been a huge help with that.
Joel!
Yeah, nobody wanted to talk to me out there. Nobody wanted to be my friend that day.
Come on, man. Look what you guys did. No one's gonna talk to you. I need content, so I came to you.
You want some content? You ever seen a Jojo Has on that side before? No, me either. Good job.
Me either. Good job. Good job. Don't want to get up. Let's go work on our craft. Let's go work on some board battles.
He's starting to learn how to play it really well and, you know, what's needed of him. Sometimes he's also been hitting the corners and he gives a shot back to some guys, and I love that. I love that as an older guy, seeing a young guy just being, you know, not going to take crap from nobody.
Starts out from behind the net. Hits the Islander line, down the slot, still with a puck. Around Romanov.
The bigger players that are trying to hit him can't catch him. And I think that's where that smile comes from, knowing that he's always been maybe a half step ahead because he's such an unbelievably fast guy.
Tonight, the Wild play game 4 of a 5-game road trip. Still very early in this NHL season, but both these teams kind of desperate to get more consistent footing with their identity, with their style of play. And, well, the Wild are 2-3-1 on the year. The Wild Saturday night in Philadelphia had a 1-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. Ended up falling in overtime 2-1, just 16 shots.
Here we go, here we go.
Machine!
Machine!
Go! Nation!
Puck drops next from MSG. It's the Wild and the Rangers. You're listening to Wild Hockey.
Cooley along the end boards. Zibanejad out front. Panarin scores. And in the opening minute, the Rangers have a 1-0 lead.
Let's go! Come on! Here we go! That away, fellas! That away! Good try, Zave.
I think a loud bench with energy and talking and kind of letting guys on the ice know what's going on, if guys are coming, if they have time, I think is a big thing.
Go get him! Time! Great shift, boys. Great shift. Yuri, what a play, baby. Great job.
He's been a vocal leader on our bench now and in the dressing room, and I think that's been huge for us. You know, he's definitely becoming a vocal leader for our team now.
I'm coming.
As soon as Matt Boldy was drafted, we knew that this kid was going to be a star player. Now we've watched him evolve into that player, and he just keeps getting better.
Middle!
He's such a special player, and I think really underrated on how big of a person he is, too, of a big body he is on the ice.
He's a tremendous talent that has the work ethic to go with it, and that's usually a pretty potent combination.
Yeah, Jimmy! 9-finger Jim! Sniper! 9-finger Jim! He only needs 9 of them!
When I first got here and the group of guys we had made it really easy to be comfortable and be able to be yourself.
There we go!
Even then, though, it's hard to kind of have that comfortability with older guys that you've looked up to for so long. Finally being their teammates and an equal, I think, is pretty cool.
Good job, Becky. Hey, face off. That's it, boys. Good job, great shifts.
Neutral zone and breakouts. Stay in your lanes, fill your lanes. That allows us to play quick, and let's get right back on the attack. We get into the O zone. I still think we can be on the goalie, continue to trigger the puck, continue to skate on first touch. That's where we get rolling, okay? Let's put the best 20 together here and get it done. Come on, boys, come on, boys.
Come on, boys, let's go. Blow these guys up when we can. Push! Right away, Danny.
Yurov won the draw. Johansson left side, offensive zone, cup pass to check below the goal line, around on a wraparound pitch. Shesterkin, the save, it's loose. They backhand and score! Danila Yurov, his first NHL goal, and he's given the Wild the lead here at Madison Square Garden with 11:44 to go.
Danny boy! Keep digging in, boys. Battles are everything. Win battles. Pucks get out, pucks get in.
Wild clear, they score! Kirill Kaprizov found the empty net from long range, and Minnesota extends the lead to 3-1 just seconds after Shesterkin got to the bench.
5 seconds left. At center ice, JT Miller slowed down by Trenyon, and that's going to do it. The Minnesota Wild end their 3-game winless skid.
Winning again and get 2 points, that's very crucial to keep the train rolling, and I think it was good for everyone to get that one.
Going through adversity is a good thing. You're going to go through it throughout a year, and sometimes it's better early on, because if it starts to creep in later on, then you kind of know how to get out of it.
That's what makes us a good team. Right there is that commitment, the buy-in to playing a certain way, the effort, the shot blocking. Great job by you guys. Yuri, congrats.
Relax and go next.
He's someone that definitely puts in the work, and to see it happen in New York, I know he's a big fan of that city, so to have him go and score that goal is obviously really special for him and his family. It wasn't our best road trip, and so to be able to find that one and look at it as a turning point for us, kind of the foundation of hockey that we want to play, the style we want to play, to be able to go back and look at that game and say, this is how we are a good hockey team and how we're going to win games, I think was huge for us.
Ago tonight, the Wild took the ice for the first home game in franchise history. We're honored to welcome back the men who shaped that first era of Wild hockey.
My favorite part of the season so far is the 25-year anniversary. To see some of the players I covered when I was a much younger man come back.
I don't see Fernandez here or Rolston, but I see in goal Gustafsson. Hey. Brodin, hey! Faber, hey! Foligno, hey! Hartman, Inestroza. Don't f it up, huh? It's time to it, fellas. Let's go.
I think it's just fun for the organization to celebrate the return of the NHL to Minnesota. It's crazy for me to think about no NHL hockey in Minnesota. Like, it's kind of mind-boggling. So now that it's here and has been for 25 years, I think you really have to appreciate what the Wild mean to the state of Minnesota.
We now invite the team captains to center ice for our ceremonial puck drop.
Having some of those alumni back throughout the day and on the morning skate as well, being able to see some of them and talk with some of the players, and on obviously the first game, having the coaching staff back as well. But the energy in the rink was a bit different, and obviously the excitement for us to put those jerseys on was awesome as well. I had worn one similar to that in my first year, so it sort of dates yourself to call it a retro jersey when you've actually worn it once before.
It's still really early, but do you worry at all about maybe consistency issues coming up this early in the season?
I think, yeah, it's too early for that. I think we have to take it one game at a time, and it's a quick turnaround here, so it's on to the next, and we got a long way to go.
Not only have the Wild dropped 5 straight, but 4 of them have come in St. Paul in the start of this homestand. So far, they've grabbed just 2 out of a possible 8 points.
It's not easy when the team's not performing. You have injuries. You're giving up too many goals. You're not scoring enough 5-on-5. Like, it just felt like a litany of issues for the Wild. It'd be easy to fix if it was just one problem, right? You go, okay, it's the power play, it's the penalty kill. In some of those early games, it was almost like waiting for something bad to happen, a bad bounce, call that didn't go their way.
It's easy when you get off to a slow start to let panic creep into your game, and I think when you can get through the tough part, the tough start to a season, and get to the other side and figure out what your game is going to look like, how you need to play as a group to be successful, it can be very galvanizing.
The start of the season isn't always going to be what the end of the season looks like. So I think as you get into November and about that 15-game mark of the season, I feel like that's when stuff really starts to tighten up and all points matter. But I think during this point in the year is when it really starts to, you start to see a separation begin.
They had got off to a slow start at home. They're playing a team in Nashville that you know if you're going to be a playoff team, you have to probably put them behind you in the standings.
Losing the home opener and kind of just being maybe even just a middling team on home ice through the first few home games had to be frustrating for the fans, for the players. You want to be dominant at home.
Kaprizov down the slot, a shot, he scores!
Wristed one, they score! Gee, Booyah with the deflection from the slot.
Inside the red line, in our own zone, okay? We just panic. You gotta fight the panic. Like, listen, if we are in a corner battle here, we know we have a guy here, we know we have.
I think the Wild have really focused on the defensive part of the game, the structure they need to play with, the details of the game. You need a steady guy that believes in the system and the structure, is going to continue to coach the players up, help them through the tough times. I feel like John Hynes really was a stabilizing force for Minnesota.
He stands up. He doesn't point fingers at specific players. He always says, we need to do this better. We need to figure out how we can be successful as a hockey team. And I think that allows his team to get comfortable, to figure out what they need to do, and then to push forward.
A lot of good in the period, a lot of good. A lot of physicality, a lot of work ethic, a lot of heart. That can't change. Fight the panic in our own end. Be calm, be poised. Let's have good puck support. Let's get our game going, okay?
Going into that game, I thought was a big turning point for us if we were going to keep growing our game and playing the right way, or if we were going to kind of go back to the reckless hockey in a way that we were playing before.
There's one thing that we always have in this room, and it's belief, and it's the right leadership, and it's the determination and work ethic. I think you can't take that away from a Minnesota Wild hockey player. It's kind of ingrained in our blood, and no matter what, we'll dig ourselves out of holes.
Stamkos a drive, he scored, but I think time expired. Let's see. There's zeros on the clock. Stamkos thinks he's tied it. We'll wait and see.
Divisional rival, Nashville, very tight game, we're having the lead there. We're almost just smashing it.
After reviews determine the puck crossed the goal line prior to the clock expiring, we have a good goal.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. It was a good play by them, a heck of a shot by a Hall of Famer, and sometimes you gotta tip your cap and put it behind you.
And this game's gonna be tied with 0.3 seconds left. You've gotta be kidding me.
When it's a one-goal game, it's there somewhere in the back of your mind, like you're always ready for that 5 extra minutes to play plus shootout if it's necessary and get those 2 points.
We had conversations as a team about how we needed to play, the type of team we needed to be successful. So before that game, I think if that had happened to us, I think we don't come out on top. You're not going to go back and change it, so you might as well just put your head down and look into the present moment and what can be, and I think that's what we did as a group.
Jojo said he wanted to score one more and did it with the net in the corner almost. Sometimes you just know they're going to score one more.
Johansson in open ice for Kaprizov. Over the blue line right side, Kaprizov dropped it back, Faber, back to Kaprizov, hacked it in front on it and pushed the net off. They score! They score! They're going to give it a good goal to the Wild, and Marcus Johansson has won it in overtime!
we knew that we had to come out and find a way to win that game, and that's what we did.
I think if the Wild end up being a playoff team this year and have a nice run, they'll look back as that was one of the real pivot points in the season.
I'm going to give this to number 17.
Good job, boys. Way to bend, not break.
Can we talk about the post-game win? What can you tell us about it? How did it come together, and why that happened?
So at the start of the year, we had a team meeting, and Billy had brought in a little story about the redwood trees and how tall they are, but their roots are really only, I think, 6 to 10 feet down, which for how tall the trees are, doesn't seem like that much. They seem pretty short, but the theory behind all of it was they kind of intertwine all their roots together, and that's how they stand tall together, and they're united as one. This redwood style hat came up across my phone, and it's a lot more stylish than I had anticipated. A lot of people probably watch and they see the guy that scores 2 or 3 goals or whatnot, and they're like, oh, he's the player of the game. It's not necessarily the case every game. There's a lot of guys that do things that might go unnoticed on the stat sheet, but don't go unnoticed on our team.
Boldy picks up the puck at center, into the Hurricane zone. Now back towards the middle of the slot. Boldy waits, the push back in, he scores! Backhand from Rand. Volstead! A spectacular, thrilling glove stop!
We're climbing the ranks, and it just feels like we're going to keep climbing.
Our game's in a way better spot now than it was before, and I think that speaks to the guys in the room, everyone here making the changes that need to happen.
You can look yourself in the mirror when you play hard and play competitive and don't get the result that you want, but you know that you're doing things the right way. It's not staying too down on yourself. It's not getting too high when you're having success. I know it's a lot of, cliche things to say, but it works.